Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Jesperson, principal of McNary High School. Welcome to McNary High School's 57th commencement exercise. On behalf of our district, the Salem-Keizer School Board, and the school's students and faculty, it is my pleasure to welcome parents, family members, and friends of the class of 2022. Today we will have multiple ceremonies. We've already had two. This will be our third, in order to accommodate as many guests as possible for our graduates. Because of this, at the end of this ceremony, we ask that you please exit as safely as possible as we prepare for our final ceremony. When we walk the graduates out of the gymnasium, we ask that you meet the graduates outside in the parking lot and exit the facility. We need your help to clear our parking lot so that we can get our next session of families parked. Would everyone in attendance please join our graduates as we play the national anthem? Gentlemen, but not graduates, please remove your hats. Please be seated. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would ask for your assistance with the program. At McNary High School, we're proud of the dignity and seriousness with which we conduct our graduation. In order to make this ceremony as enjoyable and respectful for all families, we ask that you silence your cell phone so that our graduation is uninterrupted. Help us demonstrate that today's event marks a joyful but serious milestone in the lives of these graduates and in the lives of their families. We want you to enjoy this evening by honoring the efforts of our students in a way that shows respect for them, their families, and our school. These proceedings are being filmed by Capital Community Media and can be viewed on the local access channel. Please consult your TV listings for times and dates. Each year, I look back on the scripts, and I'm looking at one right now. I'll look back at the scripts of our prior year commencements as a reference. Usually I'll go back the 2 previous years, since typically those most align with what we're attempting to replicate. In 2020, we actually had 2 separate scripts to prepare for. One was for our virtual ceremony, which thankfully we never did, and the second was for an in-person ceremony, which was repeated 7 times in August instead of June. It was quite a year. Last night, I had intended to say to you today that the planning for this year's event was going to be significantly less tricky than the prior 2 years. And that's when we looked at the weather, and it went from intermittent showers to what we heard as an atmospheric river with windy conditions. And we thought maybe we should adjust. So we did. We decided to maintain our somewhat new tradition of planning the ceremony to be as tricky as possible by moving everything from the stadium this morning into inside this gymnasium. so you're welcome. I didn't want to mess up my hair. That was really the key thing. You know, years from now, I know I'm going to look back, because I look back every year. And years from now, I'm going to look back at this event, and I'm going to think of this specific graduating class, because it was unique. If you think about it, you entered into high school 4 years ago under fairly normal circumstances. And then you had that 2-year window of time where it was really a stormy period in your life. And then things got back to mostly normal. And that you're leaving our campus in one end, through this stuff we went through in the middle, and out the other end, smarter, stronger, and more resilient than anyone could ever hope for. Today, we are honored to have some very special guests join us today to help the administrators participate for these commencement exercises. First, I'm pleased to present our Executive Director of Human Resources, Mr. John Bate. Next, I'd like to introduce the Director of Elementary Schools, Mrs. Heidi Litchfield. And finally, our School Board Director, Mrs. Danielle Bethel. A moment ago, I talked about the trickiness of putting this ceremony together, and there are a few people that I want to acknowledge. I will say, before I start naming off specific names, that really there was untold amount of students and faculty that came in this morning and helped us do all the things that you're seeing today, and I'm very grateful for that. Specifically, though, I would like to acknowledge the tremendous efforts of our graduation committee who put together today's events. Todd Layton, Ashley Gruber, Lexi Johnson, Jim Litchfield, Corinne Jackson, Andy Thomas, Heidi Tavares, Dan Borson, Elizabeth Herring, Senior Master Sergeant Stephen Hammond, Master Sergeant Javier Martin-Venus, our junior ROTC cadets, our security staff, and the Kaiser Police Department. Let's give them a big round of applause. It is now my pleasure to introduce our ASD President, Lisa Holm.
All right, so this year I get the pleasure of introducing our senior speaker. But first, our student speaker has remained involved at McNary High School in both leadership and AVID while being an active member of the community. It is my honor to present the student speaker for the class of 2022, Mariah Benitez.
Thank you, Lisa. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the class 2022. My name is Mariah Benitez, and I am honored to stand before you. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who made this day possible on behalf of the senior class. Thank you to all the teachers and staff that gave their all each and every day, laboring to provide us with a tremendous education, and who pushed us on even the days we did not want to learn. Thank you, administrators, for the oversight you bring to the school and for making the tough calls when needed. Thank you to all the families that are representing the senior class whose support, sacrifice, and dedication has not been overlooked. And finally, thank you to the insane amount of Red Bulls that got us through this final year and through our horrible senioritis. But most importantly, I want to congratulate and thank the McNary Celtics in front of me. We have all worked hard over these past 4 years in order to walk across the stage and tell our families that we did it. Man, 13 years really did fly by. We went from being incredible finger painters to being the best Rice Krispie chefs in middle school to now being high school graduates. I mean, there are definitely some bumps and falls in the midst of the road, but we all got up and kept going. Starting out as kids, all we ever wanted to do was grow up. But being with you all here today makes me want it all just to slow down for a bit. Our high school experience was not like any other generation's. Sure, we had the Friday night football games and prom, but we also survived one of the most historic events of our century. Now, the fact that we're all able to be gathered here together shows that we've made it out. Even if we had to stare at 28 muted black boxes 2 days a week to continue both of half our sophomore and junior years, we still did it. We showed resilience and perseverance while still embracing our failures because, let's all be honest, we all didn't get straight A's during this time. We missed out on the important years of high school, the years where we start to truly understand where we want to go in life and who we want to be. I am just glad that we stuck it all out and adapted to being individually motivated, and as one of the great teachers here would say, we remembered who we are and what we represent. Although teachers and staff tried to motivate us as much as they could, asking for help was always hard to do. Well, at least for me. I saw it as a weakness. One thing about maturing is realizing that it is not a weakness to ask for help, but more of a strength. McNary has taught me that turning our weaknesses into our strengths is always possible. Whether that was learning how to become the master of Quizlet or SparkNotes, or learning how to sacrifice sleep for the all-nighters we pulled to write that paper we had 2 weeks to prep for. One thing for sure is that we learned how to utilize hope as a means for growth. I am a strong believer that everything happens for a reason. We may not understand or have answers for it all, but that's okay. Life is and will always be a roller coaster. As we embark on our individual journeys, remember that your success isn't defined by the opportunities you were given. It is defined by what you make out of the opportunities that you have had. We are all on different paths and at different times, so let's not compare ourselves to each other. Someone graduated at the age of 22, but waited 5 years before securing a good job. Someone became a CEO at 25 and died at 50, while another became a CEO at 50 and lived till 90. Someone is still single, while someone from the same friend group is a grandparent. Obama retired at 55, and Trump started at 70. Everyone in this world works based on their time zone. People around you might seem ahead of you, and some might seem to be behind you, but everyone is running their own race, in their own time. Do not envy them. They are in their time zone and you are in yours. So relax. You're not late, you're not early, we are very much on time. Class of 2022. The thing about new beginnings is that something needs to end. For us, we are saying goodbye to our awkward phase of being high schoolers and welcoming our new chapters in our life. But we are not done yet. We just have started. Good luck, guys. You're going to need it. Thank you.
Sorry, I have to flip back through all the pages. All right, so now I get another honor, and it's to introduce this year's keynote speaker. The keynote speaker this year came into McNary 4 years ago, as we did. Ever since, she has made countless impacts on our lives. She is always dependable and trustworthy, especially when you need someone to talk to, ask about important school information, and learn anything about history. These past 4 years, many of us have witnessed her selflessness and ultimately know she would undoubtedly help anyone that is in need. Without her help, a handful of us would not be able to walk today. She has made many sacrifices for our class as she continues to contribute and become an influential part of our community as well as our lives. She always strives for excellence as she supports and pushes us to be greater. Without further ado, the keynote speaker for the class of 2022, Ms. Lexi Johnson.
Hello, friends and family of the class of 2022. I stand before you honored to have been chosen for this position, and when I initially pondered what I would say in front of 1,000 people who sit proudly before their child, grandchild, sibling, family member, student, or friend, I decided that statement would be, they have faced what few else have and persevered. I continued to think as I wrote this speech that many use this time to dispense life lessons and words of wisdom. And while I will say something along those lines, I want to share with you the lessons that I, in fact, learned from you, and I now know. You are a class of students that will make change in this world. Your ferocious spirit, your vibrancy and intensity, paired with your intelligence and problem solving will take you far. Remember these attributes in yourselves and be your own best cheerleader. You're a class of students that will persevere and prevail. Faced with tremendous challenges, you returned from distance learning to show your younger peers exactly what McNary School Spirit is about. Yet school spirit is more than just face paint at a game and cheering for our actors, athletes, artists, and scholars. It's about creating an environment in the halls of McNary that is worthy of emulation. Your animated attitude and positivity will echo through the halls of McNary as a legacy that you all helped create. You are a class of students that will realize high school is just like a bubble, waiting to burst. High school is unique in that you are forced into crowded hallways, classrooms with peers that you see daily. Upon graduation, that bubble bursts, and suddenly the crowded hallway dissipates, and you have the freedom of independence to choose for yourself who enters your world on a regular basis. You are now quite literally choosing your own adventure story. Paths on your adventure will lead different directions from those you have spent the last 4, if not more, years with. Those paths, your adventures, they may or may not cross again, but you and only you have the power to decide where you go on your way. You will emerge from McNary and take on the world one day at a time. Sometimes your steps forward will feel like a shuffle, some will be a stride, but above all else, you will continue to progress. Even when steps feel backward or stagnant, remember to be your own best cheerleader. You are a class of students who will remember who you are and what you represent. No longer in the walls of McNary, your character will echo throughout the communities and areas you are in. The way you carry yourself, your actions, your words, will all represent you and your values. Your actions will speak the volume of your character, so remember that the way you carry yourself and the way you treat others are likewise the way people see you. Ustedes son una clase de estudiantes que pueden hacer todas las cosas en el mundo. Ha creado oportunidades para usted durante su tiempo en McNary. Tus habilidades y destrezas te llevarán lejos en la vida y estar a la altura del desafío de asistir y tener éxito en una escuela que no es tu primer idioma muestra más fortaleza que la mayoría en este mundo. Todos ustedes cambiarán esta ciudad, este estado, y este país. And for those that need a quick translation, you are a class of students who can do all things in this world. You have created opportunities for yourself throughout your time at McNary. Your abilities and skills will take you far in life, and to rise to the challenge of attending and succeeding at a school and not your first language shows more strength than many in this world. You will change this city, this state, and this country. So congratulations y felicidades as you enter your next chapter to your family members, your friends, your support system along the way, but most importantly, congratulations to you guys. Your efforts, your energy, and your work ethic fueled you and got you across this graduation stage. So go forth into the world, be your own best cheerleader, and always remember who you are and what you represent. Thank you.
Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, Mariah. It is now time for us to honor our Salutatorians and Valedictorians. Could our Salutatorians please join us on the stage? These outstanding students, the 3 outstanding students, embody an impressive breadth of knowledge and skill. A lot of these students have demonstrated, all 3 of these students have demonstrated a strong dedication to their academic success and have made us tremendously proud. This evening, we're going to recognize 3 graduates who have pursued a demanding course of study with only a single B over 8 semesters in high school. As I read your name, please. As I read your name, please step forward to be individually recognized. Alicia Brown. Yared Calderon. McKenna Fritz. Congratulations to the three of you. Please have a seat. At this time, we're going to invite our valedictorians for this session. We have 7 scholars from the class of 2022 serving as co-valedictorians. We will be announcing the other co-valedictorians we have in earlier sessions and will continue to do so in our last session. These 7 students have pursued a rigorous course of study while maintaining a perfect 4.0 GPA after 8 semesters of high school. As I read your name, oh, there we go, got that again. I need to work on my pausing, I can see. At this time, as I read your name, please step forward and we'll individually recognize you. Ellie Avenin. Brittany Cooper. Jackson Garrow. Nicholas Lee. Anita Navarro. Brooke Proctor. Lucy Taylor. Congratulations to these 7 valedictorians. Please have a seat. I'd like to remind you that this particular class has been hit harder with the loss of classmates than ever before. In memory of the 3 students who have passed away, we will read the names during the awarding of diplomas. Caps and gowns have been placed on 3 chairs in memory of them. We are now at the part of the ceremony which we've all been waiting, the presentation of the diplomas for the class of 2022. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium our first reader, Miss Dawn Reichley.
Step up. Braden King. Brittany Cooper. Emily Herrigstad. Noah Tavares. Hayden Tavares. Sabrina Arce. Madigan Richards. Luis Cortez. Ashley Bernal Ayala. Jennifer Moreno Herrera. Tanya Soto Rivera. Chica Sato Garcia. Esmeralda Perez Garcia. Brooke Muir. Reagan Bickle. Donovan Vu. Austin Kurt. Nathan Allen. Asher Kunkel. Ethan Fizzler. Adam Lopez. Reagan Blair. Hunter Luth. Nicholas Stewart. Roman Justice. Rowan Mahoney. Landon Storms. Zane Niles. Madeline Heath. Melissa Vilke. And now Mrs. Laura Reed will come to the stage.
Marin Hahn. Ellie Avenin. Kenna Fritz. Liam Taylor. Carla Rodriguez. Brooke Proctor. Nicholas Lay. Brody Tosi. Aveen Kavanaugh. Yared Calderon. Alexis Calvillo. Allison Estrada. Arabella Igoyen Leal. Yaley Lawson. Victor Avalos Sabreros, Jr. Abraham Garcia Sandoval. Gabriel Estrada. Marisol Flores Palavax. Elisa Brown. Roman Fugate. Hesdine Aponte. Vanessa Gates. Courtney Engel. Michael Cadile. Lane George. Adriana Tista Martinez. Leila Ladwig. Sarah Prosser. Hannah Eggert. Joshua Coburn. And please welcome to the stage for the last time, Mr. Louis Tiller.
Francisco Gomez. Emilio Ordonez Moñez. Jorge Ruiz Jr. Ruben Acosta Paredes. Eric Gaitan Herrera. Saul Barrera Pina. Jose Sija. Anthony Cruz Lopez. Oscar Bravo Perez. Blanca Diaz Lua. Felipe Hernandez Estrada. Angel Espinosa Hernandez. Cynthia Gonzalez Matias. Giselle Garcia Salas. Brianna Quintero Salgado. Anita Navarro. Axel Zapian Sanchez. Jose Martinez Perez. Noah Garza. Zaylee Barbosa. Hannah Ebner. Melissa Hernandez Chavez. Jocelyn Sandejas Leon. Adrian Graziano. Andrea Ramos Cardona. Daisy Aparicio Guerrero. Marilyn Correa Tapia. Kaylin Villalobos Vargas. Eliana Ramirez Castro. Astrid Gonzalez Andrade. And it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Mr. Tom Cavanaugh.
Ready? Jose Miranda. Jackson Garrow. Kyler Rodriguez. Bo Belby. Max Baez. Jasmine Ruiz Diaz. Isabel Gatchett. McKenna Logan. Mia Logan. Aiden Bryant. Valerie Stenland. Alexia Romero Duran. Amari Manning. Aiden Canchola. Damian Hernandez. Miranda Yoder. Lady Ramirez Garcia. Leslie Silva. Caden Berry. Chanel Abrams. Jacob Zelinka. Damian Cabrera Perez. Hannah Yapel. Menros Harry. Jethro Velasquez Mariaca. Malachi Toombs. Hector Cerratos Rojas. Jonathan Conchola. And now I welcome back to the podium Mr. Eric Jesperson.
Mr. Borson had a secret for me. Always. At this time, I'd like to bring back to the podium Mariah Benitez and Lisa Holm.
All right, guys. Graduates, please rise. Wait, after this. Okay, let's just go. To mark our graduation from high school and as a symbol of our achievements, we will now move our graduation tassels from the right-hand side of our mortarboards to the left-hand side. Congratulations, class of 2022! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, please stand and join me in congratulating the McNary class of 2022. At this time, we're going to ask for our parents and families to please stay in the stands so we can have our graduates exit with Mr. Litchfield and Mr. Borson. Graduates, please exit. Families and friends, there are 2 exit points to meet your graduates. Out these doors right here and out those doors in the front. Your graduates will be right behind us in the parking lot if you want to exit one of these 2 spots.